All right. This is my little sister, Ariana, and I'm going to be interviewing her on my topic, relational dialectics theory concept. Ariana, have you ever heard and do you know what relational dialectics theory is?
No.
Well, let me tell you what it is. According to Engelbert and Wynne in Think Communication, relational dialectics theory is a theory which explains how the interplay of contradictory forces affects interpersonal relationships in three domains: integration, separation, stability and change, and expression and privacy. You have a boyfriend that lives in New York at the moment, right?
Yeah.
You and him have to deal with integration and separation, meaning that interpersonal relationships survive when we successfully negotiate our desire for both connection and independence. Generally, most of us want to be close to others without having to give up our separate selves. For example, you and your boyfriend. Um, Now that you know a little bit about integration separation, you and your boyfriend are far away from each other. What are some ways you cope with being independent but still together?
Every night before we go to bed, we call each other on the phone and ask about how our days went. So
Okay.
we're both talking about our separate days, but together, so we can share that together, but also, you know, have independence.
So that's a good way that you guys keep integration together,
Yeah.
but have to deal with being far away. Um, the other question that I have is, now that you know a little bit more about integration and separation, what it is it's a constant tug of war on either being together or finding that middle balance or being too far separated. Now that you know that, is there anything that you could probably use knowing this dialect that could strengthen your relationship?
Um,
I know it's a hard question, but we have time. If you think about it, you can come back to me.
can you repeat the question?
Now that you know a little bit more about the dialect theory of integration and separation, one of the three, can you use it to help strengthen and find the balance,
Yeah,
help your
definitely
relationship?
long distance isn't the best way because there's so much separation. So I think if two people were to live in the same town but have, you know, every other day to hang out with them so you can also have time with your other friends is probably the best way. So you're not always together, but you also have, you know, independence from that person so you're not with them 24/7 because then problems can start to occur.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to find the middle and be happy with a relationship. Last thing is, I know you at the beginning you didn't know what this was because you've never heard of it, but really it's in every relationship, in every conversation, in every conflict. And you've heard of sayings like opposite attract, but birds of a feather flock together, right? And you've heard of out of sight, out of mind, or absence makes the heart grow fonder. Those are all sayings that correlate directly to integration and separation and stability and change and the expression privacy dialect. So really, this theory is in all of our conversations and relationships, but we don't realize it's there. So we could take we could take this theory and use it in our personal lives to help build relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.